So we are looking at what goes into choosing a life partner. Before, it was very simple. That is what we were told. And our parents will tell you that I didn't even know your father. Your mother will tell you, I didn't even get to know your father. I was there one day. My father came, that is my mother's father came and said, I found you a husband. And he's a good man. And he's a hardworking person. And he's from that family. And we want you to marry him. And that was like the tradition. Yeah. So people got married because their parents brought in a man. Yeah. Okay. That time is way gone. But we want to look at whether that system helped us in forming our community, our society. And then we look further at what is happening currently. Madam Ledger, let's begin with you. The system of before, what did it help us in any way?
Okay, thank you very much for the platform to discuss such an important topic. Did it help us?
Yes.
Yes.
It did?
It did in a way, because it was more family centered. So it helped us. At that time, the rate of divorce was very low because it's more connected with the families. Yeah. In other way, it didn't allow us to choose who we want to be with because the decision was made for us. So it's like you will have to get to know and love the person. Okay. The reason why I said it did was we didn't really have to go through what we go through to select. The selection process was done on our behalf.
Okay.
And if you look at what our parents then were taking into consideration, they'll go into it, they'll check the health status of that family, they'll check the behavioral, religion, societal behaviors. So what they look out for in selection is not too far away from what we look out for today. Just that they do it
for us.
Okay. Yes. So the person comes and you accept that this person is a good person.
But was it on record that even though parents chose for their daughters especially, was it on record that divorce rates were high?
I can't give the statistics, but you see, our marriages, our cultures come together. You see, so if the two families are linked together, when there are issues in the marriage, it's not just about you and your husband. It is more of the two families. So each other is careful with how to treat, because you are looked at not just like a partner that I've chosen from outside, but you are seen as a family, and roles are well defined those days. So the man plays a role, the woman plays her role, and it's the dynamics then were not like today. Comparatively, the dynamics have really changed. Have really changed. But what they actually look for in choosing the partners are not too different from what we look out for in choosing partners now. But this time, we have the liberty to choose who we love and choose who we want to be with. So it's more flexible now than it's being chosen for you.
Your voice is pretty low. I hope you can raise up your voice a little bit.
Okay, I'll do that.
Let me come to you. So before, women were given husbands. Today, women meet guys on the street.
Yeah.
Young people are now taking over, and young people are told to get married. So you are to look for a suitable partner. If ever your parents introduce a person to you and said, "My son, this lady is nice. She comes to church frequently. She speaks well, and she's beautiful. Otik, we would love you to speak with her, and if possible, see if you can marry her." What would be your first reaction to your parents?
my first reaction will not be, I wouldn't be too excited about it, because if you believe that I'm a full grown man who can make my own decisions, and you believe that I can think for myself and decide on my own, I don't think I'll be too excited about it, because you choosing for me, you use your own preferences, your requirements, or your own, intuition to actually choose what you think is going to work for me. But I am going to spend the rest of my life with this person. So if I don't take into consideration about what is going to benefit me as an individual, and I rely on what my parents think might help me, you get me? Because parents, they always look out for things that is beneficial to what they see, not what I see. You understand? So that is what my parents will look out for and choosing. So if I don't pay attention to my own preferences and understand that, okay, are we compatible enough for me to be like, okay, I can deal with this person for the rest of my life? Because marriage is a lifetime commitment. It's not a halfway journey where you think, oh, when I'm tired I can walk away. And that is the big mistake a lot of us, we know, the youth of today, we make, because you think you can get to marriage thinking other people divorce, so okay, when I do it and I get tired, I just walk away. That is the biggest mistake, because it's like you don't understand the whole core purpose of what marriage is. It's a lifetime commitment. So if you know you can't deal with it, don't even indulge or even involve yourself in it in the first place. So it has to be a decision, that this thing is taking me for the rest of my life, and this is the journey I'm embarking on. So if you know you are not ready, I don't think I'll allow my parents to, decide such a difficult,
But in a case where they say, this is what worked for us, she's nice, she's beautiful, and she's a hard-working lady, very humble. She comes from a good family. These are some qualities every man would actually want.
Yeah.
Well-spoken, from a good family, well-trained, she's hard-working, beautiful. So at least these things are agreeable between you and your parents. You like it, your parents also like it. And they say for that reason, they think these should also make you consider speaking to that lady. You don't think they have a point in trying to help?
They have a point with the basis of the things they have observed. They should understand that the lady was groomed in a home. My parents never raised that child. The lady was groomed in a home. They didn't raise that child. So they are seeing what they are seeing in front of them right now. Now, if I'm to go live with a lady, there are certain traits my parents might be missing on, because they saw what they saw and they felt like it's going to work for me. So I have to also assess my things from my perspective. That is why I respect them based on, they saw what they feel like, okay, this and this and this. Of course, these are the basic things that everybody wants that. You understand? But the core thing is the individual. There are certain traits, even sometimes the individual, the parents doesn't even know these things about their kids. Because, we all grew up and we have close people with share.
Would you get to know everything about even a woman you chose before you get married to her?
It's not possible. But that is why I always keep saying that. It's the reason why people divorce, because they feel like they want something close to perfection. We all have mistakes. We all have our flaws. Right. You understand? So for me to get everything perfect, it's not going to work. But at least I should be able to deal with enough baggage of that person for me to know that, okay, I can handle this for the rest of my life. So it has to be a very calculative decision before I take one.
I see. Madam Ledger, you see his perspective?
Yes.
All right, let me come to you. Now, imagine you are the parent. Madam Ledger, you are the parent. And you spotted this guy in the church. You have observed him for a year or 2 or 3. The guy is hardworking, he's got a good job, everything it looks like. You speak to the guy quite often. You realize the guy is solid. And then you pitch this idea to your daughter. And she tells you, Mom, you are not the one going to live with the guy. But in your heart, you feel like this guy is so right for my daughter. What would you do about it?
Okay, I think the previous question was then.
Now we have
now we've moved to the millennials.
Yes.
Yes, for a millennial child, I won't do that.
You won't do that?
I won't do that.
Even when you found a guy who's...
I will not even find.
Oh.
I won't do it. For my child, I want my children to be very independent, and I want them to be responsible for their own decisions. So if today we are talking about this era, you go find whoever you think you want to be with. I will give you the support that you need to take care of that person, or whatever you need to get the relationship going. I'll give you that support as a mother, but I will not go choosing a guy for. I won't even recommend. I won't do that.
You will not even recommend.
No, I would do that for a friend, but I won't do that for a child.
So, would you rather say to your daughter, my daughter, this guy you brought home, imagine if your daughter brought home a guy,
Yeah.
and you looked at the guy's appearance, the way he spoke, and maybe his hairdo and stuff, certain things about the guy, would you then be willing to tell your daughter, maybe my daughter, I don't think this guy is quite suitable for you?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yes, I can do that. As a mother, I can do that. I will talk to the person. How you talk, how you express yourself, what is his vision? Okay, because I won't just look at his present state to decide what he's going to be in the future. I won't do that, because appearances may be deceptive.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact that he's a Rastafarian doesn't mean necessarily that he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking to you and knowing who you are, I'll take my time to know who he is beyond the appearance. Okay, if beyond the appearance and I see the qualities of a good man in him, I will. If I don't see that, and like, because you're today, I'm seeing it today, but I don't want to judge you for who you are today. I want to judge you for who you will be tomorrow. Okay, so I'll ask you your questions or your plans towards the future. If there is the potential is there, I will not stop the two of you from being together.
There is a contention with people have, that is around choosing to judge somebody today or choosing to look at the future of the person.
Yeah.
Now, the person's today used to
Yes.
be the person's future until today came. And today the person is not doing so well. And you spoke to the person. And the ideas the person have for his future
Yeah.
are things you don't really see it as a big goal for a young man to aspire to achieve. And at that point, maybe you start feeling worried for your daughter. Would you still tell your daughter, listen, maybe the guy you are dealing with, his ambitions in life is not really going to help you in the long run?
Yes, that's why I'm saying that if I don't see the line straight, I will advise you on that, because you see, being with a man is not as difficult as being with a woman. We are very difficult to deal with.
I like what you just said.
Yeah, men are so easy to deal with. So
That is always a fact.
yes, so it is easy to get to know who a man is, his vision. Because men, it's just simple. Okay, he knows it. Okay, he should be able to know. If you want to be with a woman, that means you should be able to know the answers to the questions that I'll ask. If you don't have those answers, then that's it. Then you are not ready.
And if you tell your daughter that, listen, I spoke with your guy, the answers he's giving me
Giving me
suggest
is not-
he's
he's
not a
not.
serious guy.
Yes.
He's not maybe not even serious about you. You know, he's scratching his head like maybe he's not sure about you. You are just trying something.
Yeah.
And your daughter says, no, I'm still going with that guy.
Yeah. The millennials will do that. Okay, and I'm not way off the millennial thinking.
I think the Gen Zs will do that.
The Gen Zs, I think the Gen Zs will do that. Yes, but I will still advise. Yes, and I will still give you room. Maybe I won't let you push into marriage that quick. Okay, just get to know each other, because the cloud 9 stage, you can't really advise anybody. But as they move together, and if not because of our culture, I will advise that you even live together. Okay, because loving someone and having a relationship with a person is so different from when you move in together.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah, it's true.
You see, so you really get to know the person when you are living together.
It's
But
true.
if not because of religion and culture,
Yeah.
I will have advised that you live together
That
maybe
one
a
is true.
year,
Yeah, it's
minimum a year.
It's true.
Then you decide to marry.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, and I'm bringing this question to you, Otik.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it convenient for you to advise your daughter when you have spoken to the guy and realize the guy doesn't have any good intentions for your daughter? Why do you think you have the need to speak to your daughter and advise her? But in the same vein, if you see a guy whom you think may be suitable for your daughter, you don't want to introduce the guy to your daughter or maybe help your daughter get involved with the guy. For that one, you think you want to leave your daughter to make that decision. But when your daughter also make a decision and you think it's going to go wrong, that one you think you can bring in your suggestion. Why can't you also bring in that same energy by helping your daughter find a good guy?
On her own.
No. Listen to the question again. I want you to understand the question.
I want to understand it.
I asked you, would you want to introduce a guy to your daughter?
Would I want to introduce?
Yes.
Okay.
When you have, figured out a guy in the church or in the community and you think the guy is solid.
Yeah.
He's got a good job, nice guy, hardworking.
Yeah.
You are saying no. You want to leave your daughter to make her own decision. Okay. If that is the case, when your daughter is also making her own decision and brings in a guy, you speak to the guy, you find out the guy is not really serious. That one, you feel the need to advise your daughter. But you don't see the need to also help your daughter get involved with this guy. Why? Why is that imbalance?
It's a very tricky question, though. You get me? But in the first place, if I have a daughter, I wouldn't want to, introduce anyone to her. You get me? Because I have to understand that if I want my children to actually grow to be independent and individuals who make their own decisions, I'll prefer that, you do things and decide on your own, because I will not be there for you for the rest of your life. Definitely, I might pass away or might grow old, and you get me, you have to even take care of me. So if I always make decisions for you, it wouldn't make you grow to be the woman, and you also give birth to kids and you have to raise them. You understand? So if I'm always to make decisions for you, it's not the best. Here lies the case, maybe you also go out there and you find someone, you introduce the person to me, definitely. At least I have to, being a concerning parent, I have to scrutinize the person to understand if the person has my daughter's, best interest. You get me? That is the reason why I'll scrutinize the person. It's not necessarily about me digging too deep about, whatever, relationship the two of them really have, but his intentions for my daughter, because me being a man, I'll be overly protective of my daughter. If it was my son, then that one day I wouldn't even mind, because he's a man, so he has to figure out things, But my daughter, I might be overly protective. So when it comes to that narrative and she brings in a man, I'll want to, at least talk to this man like a man and understand his intentions. Because since I'm a man, when he speaks, I might understand so many things he says to me. You get me? Because, when women are in that kind of feeling, just like my mother said, cloud nine, she might see things beyond what she's supposed to see. You get me? Because it's all about her emotions and how she feels. So she might not actually understand how this whole thing is going. So I believe that me being her father, I'll talk to the man, understand his intentions. Does he have these good intentions? Does he really want to actually build something great with my daughter? If I don't feel that way, I'll talk to my daughter. I'll advise her. If she wants to listen, because I don't think I can force her. If you force someone to, actually be with something she doesn't want to, in the end, it's not going to benefit the person. So I believe that.
So we are not forcing anyone.
Exactly. So,
but this is from a movie I watched. A white man. It's an American movie. Okay. So the man spotted a lady who had just moved with their parents into that community, and the man, realized the lady is very beautiful, and the man has a son, and his son is not really going out. He's an introvert. Okay. And so one day, the man on purpose, chose to send the son to go give something to the lady's father, hoping that when the boy gets to that house,
you mean the girl,
he will chance on the lady and maybe say, hello, how are you? What and stuff like that. And can I see your father? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy went, and yes, when he rang the bell, the lady came out. And the boy saw the lady. When the boy presented whatever he had to the lady for the father didn't know anything about it. It was like, it's a wrong door. But it was a plan orchestrated by the boy's father to get the boy seeing someone because he's growing. All right. Madam Ledger, do you think a father or a father putting a daughter in that circumstance, trying to help or guide the daughter to meet a specific guy, this is targeted, a specific guy. So he will send you on something to go do something where that guy or lady would be standing at a particular time for you to meet. Do you think these things can help when you feel this person may be good for your son or daughter?
Okay, if the father is the one doing that, you see, a man understands a man, and a man knows a man better than a woman knows a man. Okay, so and in this instance, he's not forcing the guy on the girl. Okay, he is just trying
creating
to
the environment,
creating the environment
yeah.
for them to connect.
Yeah.
So for that, I don't see anything wrong with that.
You don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, for that. But if you are like forcing the child to be with the guy, that is where I don't agree. That's
see.
why I don't agree.
A lady asked me one time, Cyrus, I hardly meet guys come up to me and say, hey, what's up? I like you. Can I take you out? And she said, what can I do? Because I feel like the guys are intimidated to come approach me. And I said, well, first of all, you are very beautiful. Okay? And you dress so well. And you are most of the time in your car. And your glasses are all rolled up. So you've blocked a lot of people already. Now, she asked me, all right, so what can I do? Because I want to meet guys. I want to fall in love. And then I told her this old trick. And I learned this trick from a book I read. Like that in America in the olden days, when a lady wants to catch a guy and he sees that this is the road the guy uses all the time, the lady will time the guy. When the guy is going home from... Sorry. When the guy is going home from work and he's walking, the lady will figure out a way to go and walk ahead of the guy, all right? And then take her handkerchief, and walk a few meters ahead of the guy and drop it. If she drops it and the guy picks up the handkerchief and runs up to the lady and says, hey, you dropped your handkerchief. That is when the lady will say, oh, thank you. By the way, my name is da-da-da-da-da-da. And then the conversation begins. So I told this lady, maybe you want to try some of these things. If there is a guy in your neighborhood you think that you like and you are not getting his attention, maybe try it. She went and tried it. And then the guy picked the handkerchief and the guy brought it. And now they are in very good conversation. I don't know where the thing is going. My question is, what are some of the thoughts that should go into looking for the right partner for your marriage? Because divorce has become like changing clothing right now. We thought it was a Western system, but it's here now.
Yeah.
People get married after 1 year; they're already tired.
Yeah.
Everybody is ready to go their separate ways. So, if you are getting married today, and I'm putting you on the spot,
Okay.
what will be like 3, 4, 5 main expectations or things to look out for in the guy who is coming approaching you as a lady?
As a lady.
What would you be looking out for in order to decide and say, I'm going with this guy?
Okay. So before I will even decide that I want to meet a man, I have to know who am I. Because if you don't know who you are, you can't choose a partner. Okay. What do I like? What do I like from a man? And this is purely you, the individual. It has nothing to do with what society is looking out for, what religion is looking out for, but what is going to make me happy. Because in life, you get married, you have children, your children are visitors. They will leave you.
Exactly.
So most of your life, you are going to live it with this person. Okay, so I have to know who I am, and then based on that, I will use that to assess who I want to be with. So I will not want to go and throw down a handkerchief for you to pick. I won't do that. One, I will look out for a man who is responsible. These are things that I will look out for. Okay. is he a man who has put his business together? Or is he someone that I can see the potential that in the future he's someone that will put his shit together in the future? Okay. 2, I will look out for someone who is a playmate. Okay. Things that I love. Is he someone who loves the things that I love? Because I love plants. Is he someone, he may not love plants, but he doesn't mind helping me shape my plants. You see, these are things that are going to, and these are things that I'll do for the rest of my life. Okay, if I have children before getting to married, or I don't, but if I have, then I will look out for the relationship between him and the children. My children, okay, he has to look at that from his side too. But now the question is to my side.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the relationship between him and my children? How responsible is he to my children? Okay. Then I go with academia. You see, because if you are not there academically, I don't even get attracted to you. Okay, so is he there? And that's why I'm saying it's a personal thing. You yourself look out for what you look out for in a man. What do you think that will make you happy? Okay, so if these things are what makes me happy, when I come into your life, I'm not coming that you love. Your love, to me, it's like cliche. It's not really something that is there. Okay, it is who can I cope with? Who can I compromise? Whatever he does, who? Okay, and then after that, then you make a decision. So most marriages, I think that it is the decision that people have made that I'm going to be with him no matter what. It's the decision that is keeping them together. Okay, and then you look at the things that you like from a man. Even if he's able to give you about 50% or 60%, okay, then he's good to go. So I'll look out for these things that I love to see my man do. The rest, it's not a problem. Okay, the rest, because most women, maybe they'll look out for cheating, and those things are not a problem to me.
Cheating is not a problem.
No, it's not. So that's what I'm saying. You have to look out for what
if your husband cheats, that's not a problem.
No, I will only have a problem with it when he makes me see it. Okay, because then I will look at it as disrespect.
Yeah, it's true.
You get it?
It's true.
But if it is not something that is brought to my doorstep, okay, or even if, because the point is, I'm not going in thinking that he won't do it. I won't even do it. Okay, if he's doing it, he can go ahead, but don't, when you bring it to the home, you see, then disrespect comes in, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, if he chooses not to do it, it's okay. Okay, but men will make their decision. I cannot let him stop cheating. That's why I didn't add it to the things that I'll look out for. Because these are not things that I can control.
Yes.
So I will only concentrate on the things that I can control.
Yeah.
Okay, so the things that he will do, because as I sit here, I'm at work. He's also at work.
Yeah.
Where he's going, those things.
Exactly.
And then you go to his phone. I don't have time to do those things. No.
It's true.
Okay, because my mental health is equally important.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, is he being the man I want him to be? If the answer is yes, the rest, I don't really mind.
I see.
Yeah.
Otik, if you had to do it all over again, he just got married last year.
Oh, congratulations.
I think somewhere December.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
October.
October.
Yeah.
All right. If you had to do it all over again, give me 5 key things you look out for in choosing the wife that you'll be getting married to, if you had to do it all over again.
If I had to do it all over again.
Be careful, your wife will watch you.
Of course,
yeah,
it's already here. So, no matter the things I say, I don't think it's going to change much.
Okay.
But me, the core thing, just like, my mother said, is respect. You understand? You see, she said she doesn't care if he's cheating as long as you don't bring it home. That is someone who values you and respects you. You get me? The person, at least, he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he respects you so much that he doesn't even want to.
I don't support what she said, but I had to allow her
I support her. Trust me.
You support her?
Yeah, because I understand that from the perspective she's speaking from a very high mature level, because
Let me explain why I don't support it.
let me also explain why
Because
I support it.
I don't know why you are stressing on this particular one.
Because you see,
There are other things she said you have chosen not to.
now
mention.
of course I you see, when she said that, I wasn't even expecting her to say it, but when she said it, I realized that, you see, when you are so busy with your life and you want to grow as an individual, you don't waste time on unnecessary things. Why do you have to worry about my husband is cheating, my wife is cheating, if you are busy with your life doing something?
Let me tell you why you have to worry.
Why?
The reason why you have to worry is because, number one,
Uh-huh.
there is something in the world we call STDs.
Uh-huh.
If you don't care about those things,
Uh-huh.
and the guy goes out
Uh-huh.
and contracts an STD,
Uh-huh.
you will catch it.
And do you think it's only
Hold on.
before you also finish?
Can you
Wait.
prevent it?
Okay, hold on, I'm coming.
STDs cannot only be transmitted through sex.
I,
you know that.
I only started.
No. You are you are
Yeah, we
only
agree,
because
But is it the point is, can you stop him?
No, there is something I want to.
So it's not something that you want.
nah.
But you don't have.
I don't want you
control
to
over
use
it.
STD as an example. Use something like, because STDs can be transmitted wherever you work.
Yeah, no,
There are certain
it's
things you
just-
might use. Something might poke you. Someone who's infected.
Those are very unlikely. Those
Everything-
are zero
as long
point
as
zero 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 zero
and,
zero one.
and the same way you also think that the person is doing whatever, there's a 0.000
No,
chance.
in Ghana
the-
today,
Uh-huh.
every year 1,600 people contract fresh STD cases.
From sexual.
Yes,
That's-
every year. That is the stats.
They said sexual.
Yes,
They didn't say anything extra.
every year 1,600. Hold on. So let me come back to it.
Uh-huh.
So STD is available.
Can I prevent it?
No, I'll come to that.
The thing is, if he will go,
Madam-
I don't have
You-
control.
Madam,
exactly,
Madam.
because
I will wish that he doesn't.
it doesn't exactly.
Okay, as for that, every woman. So, like, for instance, sorry, I've
Uh-huh.
cut you. For instance, those Bible quotations where it says
Uh-huh.
Abraham
Uh-huh.
and Sarah gave Hagar
Uh-huh.
to Abraham. That thing, I still don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Because women, we are so jealous around our men that taking another woman and giving, unless maybe now they are doing sister wives, why even that one, they fight
Mm-hmm.
one way
No,
or the
because she
other.
was old.
Well, you see, but still, I would say a woman is a woman.
Yeah, a woman
You
is a
see,
woman, yeah.
So I won't want him to do it. It doesn't mean I want him to do it. But the point
But
is,
you can't
because
control
I
it.
don't have control over it. I don't let it become my headache.
Exactly.
You understand? So if he loves me and if he values the family and he values everybody,
And he
even if
respects
he
you.
can't stay away from it, he will protect himself out there.
Exactly.
So when you are traveling your case, a small condom pouch, I'll put it somewhere. If you use it, fine. If you don't use it, praise God.
Fair enough.
No, what I'm saying is. what I'm saying.
I understand, but you
No,
let
you guys.
We understand
Nah,
you.
you see, Bizarre, you see, we are all different individuals.
No, but you haven't allowed me to.
No.
That is my
see,
problem.
But do you understand that we are all different individuals? Because
Yes.
you see the way you have a problem with she saying she doesn't care if her man as
No,
long
but
as
you have to allow me to speak.
No. But you have a problem with it, right? But I don't have a problem. She doesn't have a problem. You understand? So I believe that we are all individuals. You get me? So just like she said, respect to me is very important. You get me? I value respect so much that if you're a woman who doesn't respect me, I can never be with you. You get me? So respect is my number one.
Since you guys have chosen to not allow me to speak on this
Oh,
issue,
you can.
Eh?
You can. You can.
Eh?
You can.
then maybe I have to move on to the next thing.
No, you can.
But
Because
you
I've
have
stated
to.
my
You
I've
have
stated
to.
my 5 points.
You can.
You said I should state my 5 points.
No, you stated your 5 points.
I've
You
just
haven't.
stated one.
One.
Go ahead.
Eh?
You can. I mean, we are all sharing ideas. So.
Eh? Mr. Cyrus,
Now let me chip in what I have.
Mr. Cyrus really has a strong problem with cheating.
No, let me chip in what I have. In mind.
It's not a good thing.
You see, when a person cheats, whether you see it
Uh-huh.
or don't see it,
Uh-huh.
it is already a disrespect. That is how I see it. You don't have to brandish it in my face. You don't have to hide it. The moment you have done it, you have already disrespected the person because that was not what we agreed on from the beginning, that we are going to get married, and when we get married, you'll be sleeping with other people. I don't think if you wrote it down in a paper and said, my wife,
Yeah.
we are getting married. When we do, I will still be seeing other women on the side. let's get married. And I don't think you would have put your signature on it. So clearly, the moment the guy steps out, he has already disrespected you. Now, this is what I think.
What if he wants to marry more than one?
Zara, can I say something before you?
He wouldn't let me speak.
But But you are okay if he marries more than one?
It goes back to the same question. When you were getting married, if he told you that when we get married, I will get another wife again in addition to you, if you said yes, then I would say then that's fine. You agreed to it from the beginning. But if you went into the marriage thinking, this is going to be me and this man, me and this woman growing old together. And then after a year or two, he comes and tells you, look, I need to get another woman in addition to you. That is a breach of agreement. So that is where my argument comes from. That because nobody would agree to it from the beginning, the moment you introduce it, it's already a crime. Now, if it is a crime, let's treat it as a crime. If it is a crime, if it is wrong, let's treat it as wrong. And how do we treat it as wrong? By not giving the person the indirect freedom to do it. When you give, let's say your husband is traveling and you put a condom in his bag, you have indirectly permitted him to go and do something with that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy already wants to do these things that, and now the wife has blessed it.
So, you see, I understand your perspective.
You see, that is why she's saying.
Yeah. So theoretically, it is correct.
Yeah, theoretically.
Okay, but I'm being very practical here.
Practically.
I'm being very, very practical here. No, that's why I said that no woman will want that. Okay, it's not that you want it, but practically, it's not something that you men, you see, some men, they won't do it. But every man will get to that point one way or the other. Every man gets it. But you see, what I have realized about men is when you put the pressure on them and don't do this and fidgeting your phone and this woman is doing that and your phone is ringing, I'll go and pick and that. You see, men don't like that. And that even pushes them to go do it. Because sometimes he's on his phone, he's chatting with someone, you see something on the phone. Maybe it's just a friend, they are just, you see, doing men stuff. Yeah. Okay. And you may quickly jump in that you are talking to someone. When he's talking on the phone, you want to go to the bathroom to eavesdrop. What is he saying? Those are the things I don't have time for. Okay. Because the point is, if he won't do it, I'm telling you, he will not do it. I can't control that part.
Exactly.
Okay. If he will do it, I'll carry him like a king and he will still do it. And married men who cheat, it doesn't mean that they don't love their wives. That is not it. Every married man loves his wife.
And he doesn't agree to that.
Yes. You see, every married man, no matter how stubborn, the situation,
he doesn't agree to that one.
Yes, every married man loves. So don't.
No, between me and you, we are men.
But
he doesn't like it that it's coming from him.
Hold on.
He don't like that.
Between me and you, Otik, when a man is married and is cheating, be honest with yourself. Do you think this man really loves his first wife?
Yes.
No, I want to ask him. He's a man.
You said, do I think the man... Do you want me to answer from my...
No, from your perspective, the way you understand it.
The way I understand it.
If you...
The way I understand
as you are married now, if you find a side woman and you are sleeping with on the side, do you in your own heart believe you love your wife?
In my own heart? No.
It is never true. So you see, we agree. A man who is married and has a side wife or side chick or side something, you can never mistake that person to say he loves his wife. It's not true. It doesn't.
Really?
But there are other maybe exceptions.
Every man.
I think we have to do a survey research.
Maybe there are exceptions.
Hold on.
Exceptions where the person still loves the wife.
Let me give
I get this part that you are men, you are alive. You have to protect your
No. I'm not speaking for the brotherhood. I just want to be objective. When a man says to a woman, I love you, I love you, I love you, and he goes out and sleeps with another woman and comes back, I love you, I love you, I love you, he's lying to you. The reason why he's lying to you is because he himself doesn't understand what he said when he said to the woman, I love you. Because if love has a meaning, then we have to put meaning to it. We cannot just throw the word love there. What is the meaning of love? Does it mean you can do the direct opposite of what the person wants to the person and still tell the person I love you? Which woman will want the husband to be sleeping with another woman? The woman wouldn't want it. So do you think the woman would expect you to go do it and believe it when you tell her that you love her? It is not possible. Men will say to you, I love you, and they are still sleeping with another woman. It is a fabrication we have played with for years. It is a made up way of speaking to convince a woman that, listen, my feelings are not attached to that one. My feelings are attached to you. It is just play. You are the real deal. It is all a lie. When a man sleeps with you once, that I may call situation of convenience. He was in his mood, okay, and he was looking for his wife. His wife wasn't there. You were readily available. That one, I would say, a situation of convenience. When the man comes back again and again and again, the man has already had something attached to you. So at that point, it is not casual anymore. He's really dealing with you on the side. And it is totally disrespectful for the one who has committed wholly, fully to you. And you still want to let the person believe that you can do all these things and come back and confess love. If love is not an action, then let's just say love is not an action. But if love is an action, let's put the definition to it and let people live by it. Because if you can't live by the definition of love, then we are just misusing the word. That is how I see it. So if you tell somebody, I care about you, and you have money, you don't give the person, and you know the person is hungry. When you said it, does it really mean anything? Is it because you said it we should believe you?
No.
You have money. You could buy for the guy.
Yes.
You didn't. It's the same thing. You say you love the woman, but you are sleeping with multiple women. No. Who is calling in?
Is someone calling? The internet.
Wow.
It seems
So
exposure.
no, not coming from here. So that is my perspective. My perspective is we are not putting definitions or meanings to words. And so we are just saying the word, but we are doing the direct opposite. And we expect the other people to say, yeah, he means it. He means it in what definition? If you want the definition of love, then let's look at what it means. Or else, he's just using a word.
So my mother, what do you think?
No,
about
no,
what
you.
say?
What do you think? You.
Because she has something to say, so let her speak.
She will speak. But you,
Let her
when you say to a woman, I love you, and you go out and you just go into bed.
So are you literally saying that any man who has a wife and sleeps with another woman is in love with that woman he's sleeping with?
He's deceiving himself by saying he loves his wife, first of all, and he's lying to his wife by telling his wife he loves her. Because the word he's saying doesn't mean anything.
So who does he love?
He doesn't love his wife,
He
first
has
of
not
all.
So
Love yet.
does it mean he loves the person he's sleeping with?
I don't know about that because he hasn't married that one. But for the one he has married, he doesn't love her. Because the words he's using for that one, it doesn't translate in action.
But can you sleep with someone you don't love?
Oh, men can do it. I told you the first one, when a man sleep with a woman the first time, I call it a woman of convenience or situation of convenience. When a guy is in the libido stage and he wants to do action and he looks around, the wife is not there. Whoever is there, sometimes not even your spec. It may be below what you want, but that one is readily available. He may take that one. You see?
It's very readily
You
available.
see, you've come.
That's
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
So now you come back there.
No.
So which means it's possible that
No,
he can sleep with
listen,
someone and still love his
Listen, but what I said is,
wife.
When you do it the first time, it may be a situation of convenience.
Okay.
But when you go back again and again, and it is no more a situation of you have deliberately chosen.
So does it mean he loves that person he keeps going back to?
No, he's deceiving himself. He shouldn't use the word love at this point again. He's only exercising his sexual preference.
So there's no love.
No. How can you say that? You love someone and everything you are doing is exactly what the person doesn't want. It's exactly what that person doesn't want.
But is it possible to love two people?
Listen. How can you say?
That was my next question.
How can you say you love someone? You know the things the person loves, but you are not doing those things. You are doing exactly what the person does not like.
Yeah.
And that is, you are sleeping with other women.
Okay, so what if he marries more than one?
If the woman agreed with him that, hey, maybe you are a chief and chiefs can marry many, or maybe you are a polygamous man, and I agree, I don't have a problem. If we marry and you want to marry more, that woman I have no problem with. Because from the onset, you agreed.
Okay.
But if that was never in the conversation, and it happened that after you have committed with the guy or the woman, now the guy wants to have multiple wives, that is a breach of
That becomes a
contract.
Okay, so at least now we all know that a man can sleep with another woman without necessarily loving
the person.
Yes.
Yeah.
This men are capable of doing. Women is difficult.
So I think that's what she was literally
You
saying.
get it? So me, if I love you, I love you with my head, my heart, my body, everything. Okay, and so before I can allow another man to touch me, I would have developed those
Same
same
feelings.
So what the explanation you are given is very possible with women, because we can't do it with two people without those affections. We can't do it. That's why it's difficult finding woman with two men and she's saying
But
that
even
I love.
today, women can do it.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That so as for a woman, me, if you ask me, and this one too, I always say.
You see,
personally-
someone is commenting. She said, "Madam is a keeper," because the person is loving what you are saying.
Madam, do you know a woman can be with 2-3 guys and not necessarily love them?
So for a woman, once a woman has 2-3, he doesn't love any of them.
It's the same for men.
No. Men is different. You see,
It's
that's
the
where
same
you
thing.
don't get me.
Men there is different.
Men is different. You see,
It's
So you can say a man can be with like 3 women, he doesn't love any.
No, when a man is with more than one woman, he doesn't love any of them.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
See,
Is
that
that-
Very
is-
true.
That
Sorry.
is the only part that I
When a woman,
everything that he said, I agreed with.
But
most
then
of
are
them.
you sure?
let me
Most
give you
of them.
let me give you an example.
Uh-huh.
There are women who are with a guy. They have dated for years.
Yeah.
Then they meet another one, and they keep that one also, because what the new one brings to the table, the regular one
Don't
doesn't
get to
bring.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one paying for his education, his accommodation.
No, the woman is paying.
No,
The
new guy.
is paying for those things, but the old guy does not.
Okay,
The
we are
o-
talking about a woman now.
Yes.
Okay.
A woman is with one guy. She has dated several months or years. She can still add another man whom she does not love, because the man can provide for her financial needs. So with that man, she only goes there to sleep with the man. The man may be sexually inactive or not strong, but she knows, I need this one for money. It is not love for the woman. So it is possible. Oh, young ladies are doing it. They have more than 4.
Yes, so those ones, I'm not saying they are not doing it. They are doing it, but they don't love any of them.
And it's the same thing I'm saying. When a man also do it, he loves none of them.
No.
A man.
No, a
Yeah.
man. No.
With the
No.
narration you gave right now, like a woman will be, because women are more like, convenience, just like you said, financial situation. She has this man. It's difficult for men to get a woman who's going to sponsor us in those kind of,
Let me give the man's equal, situation. for-
situation. Okay, give us.
A man will also be dating one lady for several months or years. That same man
We'll find another lady.
will find another lady who gives him what this one does not give, in the sense of
Uh-huh.
maybe the way the woman's body is.
Mm-hmm.
So for that guy, for that second woman, it is not the money. It is about the woman's body. So it is not love.
It is what?
This one that he has been dating for years is just slim. This one he has started dating over the last 1 week. She has all the package.
So does it mean the man?
Oh, hold on. I want to give you a similar thing.
Okay.
You see, for the woman, it might be money.
Yeah.
But for the guy,
possible.
for the guy, it must be the aesthetics of the woman.
Yeah.
What do you
Eh,
see?
what he's seeing.
Yeah.
All right. So the fact that yours is money and someone's is what he's seeing makes it the same, in the sense that you had a reason to sleep with her apart from love. Her reason was for money. Your reason was for body.
But
Do you understand?
But do you think
Yeah,
I
so-
don't love the body
so,
enough
uh-huh,
to
so-
sleep with her? Because
So by
Did you catch it?
I
Your-
got it.
your reason
Yeah, I
is
get it.
because
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah.
My reason is because of your body.
Yeah.
But you want to only concentrate on the money. No.
Yeah.
The guy is not focused on the lady's money. He's saying, no, I like the body. This one doesn't give me that body. They are all doing the same
So
thing.
it's like we are all sinning, but your sin may be different from my
There's
sin.
the different sins.
I
Yeah.
still sin.
But it's still sin.
Yes. So what I am saying is that, you see, there are men, till a man feels safe, till a man feels respected, till a man feels that this area gives me the peace of mind to focus on my dream.
Yeah.
He has not gotten there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if he has a woman who gives him these three things, you see, so you can find a man that, oh, we are all guys. We know that, oh, she likes it like this and that. But he will end up marrying someone way out of
Out
the
of
way.
shape. Yeah, it's true.
She gives him that safety, that
those
peace
things
of
you-
mind,
yeah.
those respect
Yeah.
that he's not finding in a
Those
woman.
kinda,
So
yeah.
for her, okay, for her, okay, this is what I want. For her to, okay, for him, this is what I want. This is the woman I have found. This is the woman who is giving me the respect I need. This is the
The
woman
peace of
who
mind.
is giving me
Yeah.
the peace, because without peace of mind,
Yeah.
a man is not going to be successful in many things.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, because you need that peace of mind.
Yeah.
And then you should feel safe.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a woman that I can discuss my inner secrets with.
Yeah.
And it stays with me. This is a woman who doesn't judge me.
Yeah.
Okay, even if I wrong, I can confidently come to her, okay, and talk to her
Yeah.
and seek
Yeah.
advice from her.
Mm.
You may get those you may get those qualities from a woman who doesn't necessarily has those figures,
figures,
you
yeah,
are
yeah, it's
you
true.
are looking out for.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that, okay, men won't do that. Okay, I don't want that. I'm just really going for the body.
Mm.
Okay, so he will have that
Yeah.
and have all that it takes, and this is what he wants.
Yeah.
It's not like he wants another woman. No. This is all I want. Okay, but all I am saying is that theoretically, all that you are saying is right. Theoretically,
But practically.
practically is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You see, and I am saying that it is a personal thing. I'm not saying that somebody should do that.
Exactly.
Or I'm not saying that somebody who doesn't agree to that is wrong. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I only in life, I focus on the things that I have control over. Okay, so if I can control him not going to cheat,
Exactly.
okay, then why not? But it's not something I have control. He
Yeah.
alone has that control.
Control. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't mean that it is right for him to do it. No.
It's just like the respect.
Yes.
You don't have control over it.
Yes,
The
so-
person has to decide if the person respects you.
But you see,
or
that
not.
has another dynamic. You see, when a man wants a full respect and that woman, that thing, there's a responsibility attached to it. Okay. Women want you to be responsible for us. For a man, if you want to choose a woman and you are ready to go into marriage, be sure that you can take care of her. Be sure you can take care of your home completely. Don't think about her income. Don't share her income with her.
My money is my money.
You see, that gives a man that if a woman immediately you make a woman feels that she can also take care of herself. That's where you have the 50-50 thing. and you don't get that full respect from a woman.
So does it mean women respect you more when you are in charge?
When you are in charge, yeah, because we want to have someone who is in charge. We want to feel like that.
So the finances show
Okay,
that.
so finances. When you are home, I will support you. Women will always support, no matter how much you put on the table. When we go out there to shop, we will definitely add on.
You add something.
Yes, but you see, immediately I will do this. Immediately, your salary is clear. Okay. So we pay this for rent if you are renting. This is for utilities. This is that. Okay, you've shared it, and she knows. Okay. Immediately you say, okay, I'm paying rent. So if you could also pay the fees or pay the immediately you do that. Okay, then you are just sharing the respect. So now, okay, I also do this. So who are you to tell me that I should do this? Who are you to, you see? But the man who completely takes care of his wife, and his home.
But and the women who are like, they still have a man who takes care of all the responsibility, but they are still disrespectful towards the man because.
No, I have personally not witnessed one. I have personally.
Well, I disagree with what you said.
I have personally not.
No, but I disagree with what you said.
Okay.
Which one?
That full respect comes from taking full responsibility as a man.
Yeah.
I think that is not a very good precedent or a very good. The reason is this. Theoretically, like you always say, that should be the case. That you get married, then the husband takes full responsibility. But practically, it is not possible. The reason is this. You get married as a young man. You are in your 30s, sometimes your 20s. Your income is not so much, but you still have the need to have a woman and have children. So at that point, you are still on the road finding your feet. It could take you 5 or 10 additional years.
Yeah.
So I have experienced so much about marriage to the point where I'm like, different couples have different situations. For some couples, they marry, the guy's salary is not enough to be in charge. It's just enough to be in charge 50% or 60%. That is all he can get to.
Yeah, but
in overtime, the guy catches up and now he's fully in charge. But if you're a woman and the guy you married at the point of marriage and for the next 5 years is at the point of 60% in charge, 70% in charge, and you cannot give him full respect at 40, 50, 60, there is a problem with you, the woman.
So
And I want to complete what I'm saying by saying this. The problem with you, the woman, is that everything in your life has to do with financial fulfillment. I'm coming. The things that makes you, the things that makes you submit, or the things that makes you feel respected, or the things that makes you feel loved, has to do with financial commitment. When that thing becomes so important that without it, you are willing to split the respect 50-50, there is a question mark on you, the woman. Because finance, like I've always known, it can be there today, and tomorrow it may not. And when it is there, and you are so loving and good and nice, and it disappears,
they'll do it for you.
and you turn into something else.
That one they do it for you.
And it disappears, and you turn into another thing.
no.
The man doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
You, the woman, is questionable because your life, the values of your life, are planned around money and financial fulfillment. That is how I see it.
No, the reason why I don't agree with him too is that
Okay, let's listen to your part.
yes, you know, all I am saying is that I'm not saying, you see, I didn't say that the woman shouldn't support. I didn't say that. What I am saying is that don't clearly define the roles.
The role.
That's what I said. Don't clearly define the roles. She will support, but let her support by herself.
Willingly.
Okay, because when you define it, that is where you will have problems.
Mhm.
Okay, so if, for instance, she knows how much you earn.
Mhm.
Okay, we also have brains. Women are very smart,
Mhm.
and she has committed to you.
Mhm.
Okay, she knows that I have to hold this part.
Yeah.
Okay, for us
Mhm.
to be able to get the 100%
Thank
and keep the family running.
Yeah.
All I am saying is that as a man, don't share the responsibilities at home.
When-
That is what I say.
So literally, you're trying to say that he shouldn't share when he doesn't have the full capacity to actually.
Yes, so don't
Ah.
share that you pay this or you pay that or do this.
And that
I
is
will do
exactly
this.
where I have a problem with.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I'm not saying that she you see, women,
So which
women
means you
will,
say
women
you don't
will
have the
always
power
support.
to actually.
You see, women will always support. As I am going now,
Mhm.
if I'm choosing a man, okay, now I'm matured, so
Uh-huh.
of course I won't choose someone who is a starter.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I am in my
Early 20s.
maybe 20s and I'm choosing, I know very well that this is a guy that I know that in future we are going to make things work.
Yeah.
So it's something we have to do together and go.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to be very women are very supportive. Okay, even to the richest man, a woman supports him.
Really.
Okay, yes, women are very supportive because you see,
Mm.
you should give a woman money.
Mhm.
Okay, let's use that because we are on finance. Give the woman money that, okay, this is what I want you to use it for. It will only take a wise, smart woman to multiply it for you.
I like what you just said. A wise,
No, they
smart
will
woman.
buy clothing with it.
Not every woman.
You said, I like what you said. She said a wise, smart.
You
So
get
which is
it?
not every woman.
Yes, it's not every woman. It's not every woman. So you see, who the woman is and how she becomes at home, it is your selection. You selected that. Okay, so if she is there, you are also bringing in, and she also bring as you are growing. Okay, you do it together. But when it gets to a point whereby the man is capable,
Mhm.
okay, maybe I should have used that word
Capable.
earlier.
Earlier, yeah.
In my earlier submission, maybe I should have used that word.
Yeah,
If the man
capable.
is capable of handling the home,
Mhm.
okay, being responsible is not just finance.
But wait, I have a question with like the respect aspect where,
Mhm.
you know, just like you said, he shouldn't share roles. You understand? So,
Yeah.
which is, as Mr. Sarah said, the man, you know, in the stages, you know, coming up, sometimes your finances is not up to.
Yeah.
So, me not being able to share roles, and the woman feels like right now I'm not fully in charge. So the respect, how much respect do I get? Is it based on me being able to handle things like a man, or you still have to fully respect me as a man before I even get there?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you are starting,
Mhm.
if you are starting a relationship,
Mhm.
at that time, both of you are not even there yet.
Mhm.
Okay, so you will have to support each other. Okay, but when it gets to a point
Mhm.
that you are capable of doing it,
Mhm.
okay, then I will advise that you do it and do it 100%.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you are capable of doing it,
Mhm.
okay, you are capable of fixing her car,
Okay.
okay, and yet you allow her to do it.
Mhm.
You are capable of caring for the home,
Mhm.
the kids' fees. You
Yeah.
are capable. It's not that you don't have it.
Mhm.
You have it, and you are not doing it.
Mhm.
And she has to come in to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, then it becomes like, okay, so now I am
Almost getting to your level.
I am also being
Like
a
a
part. And you see, this is practical.
Mm.
You see, I am women. I am a woman. I have friends. I
Mhm.
have family.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, this is practical.
Mhm.
You see, women will go in and support you.
Mhm.
Okay, but don't share your responsibilities with them.
Okay, so this is where I still disagree with you.
Mr. Tutu and disagreement.
I still
Angel
disagree.
Johnson was greeting you, Mum.
Yeah, Angel,
Good
what's up?
afternoon,
What's up? What's up? What's
great
up?
people.
I still disagree with.
But I see Angel Johnson and Bourgeois says, Madam thinks like a man but acts like a woman.
Oh,
And-
Steve Harvey.
And Angel Johnson also says, Mommy, your point is concrete, which is people are liking the things you are saying.
Okay,
But Mr.
Angel-
Sarah still disagrees.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Now
I
Angel
understand.
now
I
Angel is going
understand.
to hear my point of view.
So they'll convince Angel.
All right. So this is what I'm saying. Whether you are capable
Mhm.
or
Okay,
not,
Or not.
if a woman cannot give you 100% respect, that is a problem
On the woman's side.
on the woman's side.
Okay.
I want to repeat it again. whether you are financially capable or not financially capable, if the woman you are marrying cannot give you respect,
100%.
100%, not 99.9, 100%, there is problem. The reason there is a problem is this. I keep saying this. Money is always a matter of circumstance. Finance is always a matter of circumstance. When you start off life as a young man, you are not rich. That is not the typical lifestyle of a young man. You are making your way up. There is no problem with me seeing a young man say, my wife, this is my paycheck. From henceforth, you know what? Help me pay this and split the roles perfectly for the woman to understand. There is no problem with me seeing that, because that is actually what leadership is. You know what you are capable of. I'll do my role. Now, you are my wife. I would want you to do A, B, and C. At that point, if the woman can do it, she says, yes, baby, I'll support you. If she says, no, babe, I can do it sometimes, that is also fine. When she says, oh, yeah, I can always do it. So she's open to like multiple options. She may do it this month. Next month may come and say, babe, I need to buy some other. So this month I can't. You have to bring it up. That's fine. But the man leading the house and making sure things are done in terms of apportioning positions and roles, I have zero problem with it. I think that is actually leadership. Now, if that is happening,
Can you specify the rules?
let's for instance, you are the wife, I am the husband. My salary, let's say, is 5,000. Yours is, say, 4,000 or 3,000. Or maybe you take more than me. And because of that, we have 2-3 kids. I'll pay their tuition fee. Please make sure every morning you get their snacks. So I pay tuition. You buy their snacks. You say, yes, babe, I can do it. Oh, no, I can't do it all the time. Okay, when I can't, I'll let you know. 3 options is available to you. I pay for everything, the rent, the utility bills, da-da-da-da-da-da. I need you to support me in the sense of maybe prepaid. When prepaid is done, please buy it. Or when the water bill comes, please deal with it. All right. I can do it. No, I can't do it. No, I can do it sometimes. When I cannot do it, I will let you know. All right. That is good. So the man can easily apportion some of these responsibilities to the woman because they are still growing up. They have a long way to go. And then when the guy has said all these things to you, and because you are now filling a certain spot, and you say, because of what you do in support of the house, you are going to reduce the respect from 100 to 70 or 80 or 10. That is a problem. The reason why that is a problem is very simple. In the life of the woman, all she wants to see to give a man 100% is financial commitment. Because the moment the man is able to financially provide all those things, you give him 100, correct? Correct? That means it's the finance that made you give him the 100.
100%.
The moment the finance cannot come, you can't give him the 100. This is practical. So your true pivot or your true foundation for giving a man 100% is money.
Yeah.
And when that is money, then you, the man, you are in trouble. In the sense that on a bad month or a bad year, when something should go out of line and you cannot be consistent with financial commitment, you are in trouble. The woman is going to reduce it to maybe in the negative.
Madam,
You have really twisted this. You see, there are different issues in marriage. We only picked one. You see, so if we are talking about finances, it's different. Okay, we are talking about protection. It's another thing. We are talking about maybe raising children, how we raise our children together is another thing. Okay, so you can't box all that into one.
Okay,
you can't do that. You can't do that. And I still insist that I'm not saying that the woman will not support. The woman knows. Okay, for instance, I married him.
Mhm.
He is a good guy. There are so many things that I considered before marrying him, and not because of only the money. Because I'm a woman, I can work and get money.
Mhm.
Okay, it's not just because of that. Maybe how he cares for me, how he makes me feel safe. All those factors are there.
Mhm.
Okay, if he is in a good standing financially
Mhm.
and he's taking care of everything, and maybe job and all that, something happens,
Mhm.
okay, and then maybe his finances
Go down.
is down,
Mhm.
the woman will come up to help because he was doing it
Mhm.
when he was 100% up there.
Mhm.
You get it? But if you can do it and you are not doing it, you see, if you can do it and you are not doing it,
Mhm.
that is where my problem is.
If you
You
can
see,
do it, then
yes,
you're not doing
if
it.
you are, because the snack and all that. Wait, what is snack? Women, we always provide it. Let me tell you, because when we go to the market to shop, you see, maybe her husband has given you maybe 5,000 for it.
Yeah.
Okay, you will do the shopping and you finish and it's like 6,000-7,000.
Yeah.
I won't come back to you to tell you that, oh, sweetheart, when I went, it is 6,000-7,000. So give me the 2,000. Women normally
Yeah.
will not do that. Okay, there are so many things that a woman will do.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you can do it and you are not doing it, that is where the emphasis is. It's not when you don't have it.
Mhm.
It's if you don't
No, but
have it.
what I'm saying is,
The
for
emphasis
a
is
guy,
So
who-
if the person doesn't have it, would the guy still get 100% respect?
Yes, because you see, if you are that's what I'm saying. When you are starting up,
Mhm.
you see, when you are starting up in a relationship,
Mhm.
okay, that time everybody will have to, I mean, put together
Mhm.
something. But if as a man, I'm just advising as a man,
Mhm.
if you get to that point whereby you can give the home the full responsibility,
Mhm.
as a man, do it.
Do it. Okay.
If you get there and you can
you
do
get
it, do it.
Okay.
You see, because at that point you put a woman in a position whereby she can't live without you.
Mhm.
Okay, and you will see the difference.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you have it, you see, it doesn't mean that. Don't ever think that men who are rich
Mhm.
are responsible for their wife. Some they really have it, but they will never give them.
Mhm.
You see, some men they have it, but
Mhm.
because you are working,
Yeah.
he won't even
Give
come
you-
in to
yeah.
take care of you
Yeah.
because you are working. So he feels that once you are working, you should also take care of yourself.
Mhm.
You see, immediately you make her feel that she is responsible for herself.
herself.
You see,
no, but I think at this point you are only speaking for when you have it. I am talking about when a guy doesn't have.
that's what we have already
And I'm
said.
saying
It, that
if-
when you don't have it,
Mhm.
when you don't have it, the two of you know that it is not there. So you come together and then you build a family.
But what you are saying is when you don't have it,
Uh-huh.
and the woman has to play a role,
Yeah.
it is always the case that she doesn't give you 100%.
No. Then that's what I'm saying. That you are not getting what I'm saying.
How did you
right.
do you understand the way I understood that?
Initially, that is how the explanation came. But later, when I spoke, you see, that's why I asked her that. Does it mean that when the guy is coming up and he doesn't have, and she's like, the two of you build up? So, which means she's not literally saying the woman should disrespect you.
No.
That's why I asked her
No.
that. I wanted because initially that's how the way you understood it. I understood it like
That's
that kind
one.
of, that kind of way that
Okay.
when you are not financially stable, you don't deserve like 100%.
No, that is
respect.
not it at
Exactly.
all. That is not it
But
at
later
all.
on, as she was saying, when you guys are coming up and you are building, that's where I came to understand
you
that.
will
Okay,
have to have. But I'm
Exactly.
saying that as a man, if you are able, you are capable of, I mean, taking up all the responsibility at home, and it is not really going to be a stress on you. I'm pleading with men that do
to
it.
do it. Okay.
Those things are actually what men take pride in.
Exactly. Because you yourself, you feel.
Men
you
take
feel-
pride in taking care of the house.
Exactly.
Every man, unless you are not a man, you don't even need a woman to say it.
But why is it that some women, you know, when men we find ourselves in certain uncomfortable situations where she's supposed to support us, just like you're saying, they feel like we find pride in when they are helping us. They don't understand that we feel uncomfortable because I want to be doing it. You get me? To make me feel like a man. So when I'm in a situation where, oh, Boame, you are helping me for me to also, come up and be the man I want to be. Then you have a problem with it. You think like, I enjoy this.
No, they
No,
they
men
make
don't
sometimes
enjoy.
sometimes the women make men feel like they have more ambition than even you, the man.
Oh yeah.
They make you feel like, especially for a struggling man,
If
they make the struggling man feel like
they are more.
you don't even have ambition.
They are more visionary more than you. It's
You
like
No.
you don't have any
You
vision.
actually really believe your guy doesn't
Exactly.
have ambition?
Exactly.
Then why are you there?
So because literally they are not seeing the money or whatever you are building come up so quick. So she feels like it's like you are literally doing
You
nothing.
see, men have financial clocks as we have biological clocks. Okay, so I see it that per my personal experience,
Yeah.
a man whose financial clock is not really there is not a happy man.
Oh yeah.
That is
You
truth.
see,
Yeah.
Yes, it's not a happy
That
man.
is truth.
Yeah, irrespective of where he is or what
Yeah,
he's
it's
doing,
true, yeah.
he's not a happy man.
Exactly, yeah.
You see, so if the same way, like if I'm 35 getting to 40 and I don't have
I'm-
children,
yeah.
then I am also,
Also
not
more than-
happy.
exactly,
Yes,
yeah, it's
I'm
the same
also
thing,
not
yeah,
happy.
it's true.
You see, so if he's not there, so all I'm saying, the advice I just gave a little advice when you've taken me like 1 hour.
No, when you started,
Rasa Chigaoma is greeting him. He said, "How are you guys doing?" And he said, "Greetings from watching from Kumasi Asante Kotoko Park." Adaku
Adaku Jachi.
Kudos.
Adaku Jachi.
Rasa Chigaoma, greetings to you too, my brother.
Today I haven't read any of the comments.
The comments, you know. keep
Oh,
coming.
Angel Johnson, thank you for the gift. All right, let me read a few of the comments.
Okay.
I've totally forgotten the
Because the conversation is getting interesting. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Hey.
You know, when you get attached to the conversation too much, that's what happens. It's true. It is good.
Okay, where is the comments?
Plenty of comments.
Okay.
Plenty
Okay,
comments.
so from Esther Sian says thumbs up. NAL. What is NAL? Is it?
Nana Baleja.
Oh, oh, that is your abbreviation.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The person was giving thumbs up to you. Okay.
NAL.
People are actually enjoying, your submissions. Like it's really interesting,
All right.
and I like them too. Trust me. You
Okay,
know, if,
so-
if our current modern generation women could understand these things, I believe, marriages would have been way better because
women today, they have only one definition of love.
Mhm.
Their definition of love is money.
Mhm.
I've come to that conclusion. I've studied women of today. I've realized
Mhm.
no matter how much she loves you,
You mean the Gen Z?
the Gen Zs,
I'm trying to get
Mm.
here.
and even some of the millennials, those who were born in the 92s,
93, yeah.
93s,
Then some of the 90s people to the 2000s.
And
They are all in that kind of, it's just that the Gen Zs are a bit wild with the money.
Those
You
in
get
the
me?
2000s, yeah,
social
Charlie.
media.
Yes,
is
social media is the biggest
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
That one day
yeah.
I always keep saying, I'll never
Meanwhile,
stop.
most of the lives there are fake.
It's all made up.
Yeah.
I always say this, but it's like people still seem not to, because you hardly see anyone post their struggles on social media.
No, no, no.
Everybody's successful, everybody's comfortable, everybody's living a dream.
Yeah.
But people go on social media and they still believe these lies.
Yeah, that's.
You see someone come and sit there giving motivational talks, talking about, in marriage, if this person doesn't do this for you, meanwhile the person is not even married.
Married, yes.
The person has failed in so many relationships, and you are listening to such a person.
You know the man you
Yeah.
mentioned, Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
He's one of the guys I used to listen to.
Yes, Steve Harvey, yeah.
Then I stopped.
Mhm.
I went back and listened to most of his videos, read some of his books. I realized, no, this guy cannot be the one advising.
Exactly.
Why? Everything he says, he fails at it.
Mhm.
He's not a man who lives by what
What?
he even says.
He feels as his words.
And the things he says, if women follow through to the letter,
Mhm.
by the time you get to the end, you are divorced.
Even before you even end, Miss Charlotte Odru, that woman, the counselor, there,
Yeah.
she's also been a loud person on social media, advising young ladies. But
When
is
I
she not-
saw
is she
the
not
videos
divorced?
that she's getting divorced,
You get me?
I'm like, man.
But this was the same woman who was advising young women about your man has to do this. A woman and a man is on the same level. What? You see where she is now. So when you go on social media and you see these things and you want to, impose it into your life and reflect these things in your marriage, I don't even understand. You should understand that we are all different
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Your man and her husband is not the same.
Exactly.
The same way you, the woman, and that woman are not the same.
Even
You get me?
gender-wise, men and women are not the same.
Totally different.
But she was talking as if men and women are on the same level.
No.
How can you be?
No,
the
you
same
can't be.
That's
You
what
can't be. You can't be.
in this modern generation women. That's what they all think. They think men and women are on the same scale.
Then you
No.
you miss it.
The moment you think like this, you are putting yourself, when you're a lady and you think like this, you are putting yourself up for competition.
exactly
Unnecessary competition. When you make a man feel like you want to be equal, he will
Equal.
compete you. And when he competes, you will lose.
You lose, yeah.
Because they say, if you do it to me, I'll do it to you. That's what they say.
Oh no,
You get me?
No, that's wrong.
That's the kind of mindset they have. If you the man, you do it to me, I also do it to you. If you do this, I'll do this. If you do that, so that is why it's like the disrespect is like all over the place, because they feel like you're a man, you are doing this. So why can't I? So if you go, I'll do this. And you want a happy home.
Yes, because the role men play are so different. For instance, in raising children, even if you are raising them from different homes, okay, always respect the role that the man is playing in the child's life.
Yeah.
You see, that you can only be a woman, you can't be a man.
Exactly.
You see, so I can have the money, I can have the resources and all that, but
I can
there
never
is
be a man.
significant role that men play in the upbringing of a child that a woman can never. Even though we get pregnant and give birth to them, we can't.
Exactly.
And there's a role a woman plays in a child's life that
A
the
man
man,
cannot-
no
it's
matter
true.
what,
No matter what.
But you don't see men competing.
No.
Because men, we
whereas-
already have that soft tenderness.
Yes,
that
you don't want
you
to
get
do
me. So we
anything.
don't. So I don't even understand
You
the
know-
essence where women are coming with this. You know, men and women are on the same
You know
level.
what the U.S. Military did? The U.S. Army did. The women were competing, shouting they want to get access into the military. They said, fine. They put the women in the military. They put them all at the forefront of war.
Battlefield.
You know, the whole battalion died.
Yeah.
You know why they died? Because even though they were women and they were competing the men still had the responsibility to protect them. Meanwhile, the enemy is coming to kill all of us. And they ended up killing all of them.
Because they still have to.
So
protect.
they realized this experiment proves the point. No, we don't need to do this.
Yeah.
The guy will still look out for the
For
woman.
the woman, yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
You-
no
you-
matter what.
no matter what.
No matter what.
And they ended up all dying.
No matter what. So I always say that choosing a man as a partner is easier than choosing a woman as a partner.
Yeah,
It's easier.
it's true.
It's easier.
Definitely.
Because men don't even know how to lie, seriously.
No, it's
Yeah.
easy to catch a man.
Yeah. It's very
But for a
easy.
woman,
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Dangerous.
Yeah. As my gender trust me.
it's unfortunate we have to bring this.
I think our mother has to be advising the young ladies because
No,
she has.
if they will listen.
That's
the problem.
That is
Women
the
don't.
problem.
These women, they are sitting with their friends, advising themselves.
They are in a meeting.
Well, after you are talking to them, you go and share everything with a friend.
Board meeting.
And what did he say?
Uh-huh.
Don't mind him.
Ah,
Don't
it's
mind
true. Oh,
him.
yeah. After you sat down hours advising them,
Yeah.
they go to their board
Because,
meeting.
It's easy. It's easy because men are easy to manage.
Very easy.
Very easy.
A wise man told me this. He said, he told his wife that, listen, this marriage we are going in, if you want to manage me and have it easy, 3 things you must always make sure. Give me food. Allow me to watch my sports. And then make sure I'm drained.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's
And the woman said, that's all? He said, yeah. Always do this and we are fine. But for the woman, you have to deal with the emotional swings.
Plenty.
And
You can't even finish.
I'll listen. I mean,
Rasa Chigayuma, thank you for the gift. Rasa Chigayuma, thank you for the gift.
seriously, when men say, I know, I understand women. I
No,
know-
No. We are just saying.
He's only saying something.
because seriously, we don't.
Oh,
even know
no. Because
ourselves.
initially,
Yeah.
I also wanted to understand women. I realized,
No, you can't.
that job
When the woman is not happy, she wants the man to
will
also,
also be
feel
unhappy. It's true. That one is true.
You inherit.
You inherit it.
Emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
So when she's not in a good mood and you are
are in a
dancing,
good mood,
hey,
she will drag you into the same thing right now. Because sometimes some of the issues that come up, you don't even understand where it started from. It just came out of nowhere.
No, the fight we are having with you now is not what you did now. It's what you did like
10 years
3,
ago.
4 years
Like 10 years ago.
That is
And
what
she's now bringing it back.
that's what we are fighting.
That is why I'm always scared, when a woman is moody, because you don't know what is coming. I'm really scared when it comes to that because you might not even say something wrong and something will go wrong. You don't even
Because
need to say anything wrong.
We can be there and just remember something
Exactly.
we did wrong. And then
Then the fight starts.
So, but you see, God in His own wisdom has created men such that
they can accommodate. Yeah.
men can accommodate all that.
Oh yeah.
But
Anyway.
our women out there,
Oh,
I
down
will
there.
just advise that if you want to choose a man, you see, we don't have a bigger tax like they have. Men, it's difficult to get to know us and get to know who we really are. You see.
Yeah.
But if a man cheats right from the beginning of the relationship before you marry him, you will know. So if you go ahead and you choose him, it doesn't mean that he's going to change. Marriage doesn't change anybody from being a cheat or not. If he is not somebody that is responsible for you when he marries you, he's not going to be responsible
going
for
to
you.
change.
It's not going to be to change. So who they are, men are not good in hiding who they are. Because men are not very good with hiding who they are. It is we are very good with it, but men are not good with it. Within a year, at least a relationship, when you see him and you want to be with him, try and be with him minimum a year. Minimum a year. And get to know, does he smoke? Does he drink? Does he like to be with his boys? Does he, you see, and when you see those things, then look out for what you want.
If that is convenient for you,
yes,
fine.
Because there are things you can tolerate. So if he drinks, I can tolerate. If he smokes, I can tolerate. He
but
wants to be with his boys, I
true.
can tolerate. Okay, but is he responsible for me? Does he give me that kind of safety I need? Does he want children? How many does he want? Or he doesn't want children? Is he gay? Is he bisexual? You see, so when you get to know, then you can choose that, okay, this is who. But if you want a man to be happy with you, okay, just give him his space. Give him the respect that he deserves. And give him that peace of mind for him to concentrate on.
Don't be imposing yourself too much on them. No,
don't go looking out for what is not there.
You will
find it. So don't go.
And they're always looking to. They'll never stop looking.
No, you have to stop. It doesn't really. It doesn't.
Because most of the marital issues sometimes I hear and I see is like, or the phone at all, no, be friend of car, no, like.
Yeah. It doesn't bring them.
Is it not too much work?
Yeah. It doesn't bring the man peace, because what if he wants to do it out there, he will still, and these things will make him sometimes he doesn't even have it in mind that he wants to do, but how you are treating him at home will push him to go out there to find some peace somewhere with a younger or the same age
young vibrant woman,
and be with.
All right, folks, we have to bring the show to an end at this point. Thank you so much for being a part of this.